What's going on, nation, and welcome to Ask Scott and Sean episode 2. We've picked 5 more questions. We're going to sit down and we're going to answer them for you as best we can. So if you want to see what the questions are, go in the comment section below, and there's actually numbers. Those numbers are the starting points for each question. So if you want to go to a specific question, click on the numbers. It's called time stamps. Check it out. All right, let's go. Ready?
Time stamps.
Time stamps.
First question. My question is this.
Who is it? Say the name first.
Who is it? It is Shane Power. My question is, how do I bulk up my arms and chest area while losing fat in my gut at the same time? Is such a thing even possible? And we'll combine that with the question under it. Is that the same person?
You read it totally ass backwards. Siamak Shahmohammadi asked the first question, how do I bulk up my arms and my chest at the same time while losing fat in my gut? And then Shane Powers asked, is it possible to maintain low body fat percentage while still performing muscle building workouts? Do you have a specific diet you can eat with enough calories in order to build muscle and still maintain that ripped shape? So, want to go first this time?
You go first, Scotty.
Okay. It is possible to work on bulking while trying to, lose body fat at the same time, because essentially you are burning calories. If you're eating a proper and structured meal plan, okay, where you're getting what your body needs as far as calories, protein intake, carbs, fat, etc., your body is going to naturally get rid of fat as you're becoming healthier and start to build lean muscle tissue. So it is possible. It's a lot easier if you want to bulk to eat a lot more calories and not worrying about being ripped, to put size on and then cut down. That's kind of the normal way to do it. But if you want to do it and kind of do both at the same time, you can. It's just going to take a little longer because you're trying to reach 2 goals. At least that's what I've kind of seen in my own experience from watching people try and do it in the gym. And then what ends up happening is that they try to do both at the same time, they don't get anywhere, and they kind of just give up. But we try to stay away from that. We don't want you guys giving up.
Yeah, I mean, you can definitely maintain a low body fat. We talked about this a little bit last time on the Q&A, and you can definitely maintain a low body fat while still gaining size. It's just a matter of you really being critical of your body type and how your body reacts to doing strength training, to doing a specific diet. And that's why it's important that you do go to the website and you get a diet that's right for you, because you may find that your body reacts differently to food than someone else's.
Yeah, you gotta learn your body. Like, for example, if you guys go on the Facebook community page and you go to one of my photo albums, I have pictures of me when I was a little kid and pictures of me when I was 18 years old, and I was still ripped like I am now, but now I'm just bigger. I'm a bigger version. That has a lot to do with also obviously maturing. I'm 25 now. I was 18 then. My gains, I haven't really gained any weight in the last 2 or 3 years. I kind of reached my point of where I want to be as far as how much I eat and how much my body will grow without probably being as ripped as I am. But I've only gained about 2 pounds of muscle. I was a junior in high school. I wrestled 152s, and I graduated college around 170, and I've still been at 170 since I graduated college in 2007, so about 3 years. So I only gained about 2 pounds a year. It's a slow process if you do it naturally and you try to stay lean that whole time, because all you're doing is gaining like small bits of muscle. At least that's how my body reacted. So.
I thought you were shrinking. You're getting smaller.
Oh, yeah.
You're like 150. You're going to be like 140 next year.
I hope not.
According to some people. But definitely as far as getting big arms and chest too, pay attention to your repetitions, how many reps you're doing, and if you do low reps, your body will react. No matter who you are, your body will react. You will pick up different muscle fibers sometimes than if you're going to do a moderate to high reps, so say 10 or more reps. So I would stick to 5 to 8 within the rep range if you really want to get your chest and your arms big as well. And you can always do drip sets, drop sets, watch the videos on that stuff. Next question.
Emily Dailey. And I don't know if you have the same picture still. Some of these I took directly off the community page, and when I copied it, it pulled the picture, your profile picture, and you have a life preserver around your neck, and I think that's hilarious. Your question is, what do you recommend for peeps that work the 3rd shift? My personal experience, that I've had to work this shift before, just do the same stuff you would do when you wake up as you would if you woke up for 1st shift. You know, have breakfast, have a snack, have lunch, have a snack, have dinner, have a snack. and make sure you work out an hour after you have a big carb meal, and then have your proteins afterwards. Like, it's a very basic thing. Some people will say that working out at certain times of the day is better. Again, just learn your body. I know that my body, I love working out at like 7 o'clock at night, 8 o'clock at night. I have the keys to my gym. I'll work out sometimes 2, 3 in the morning. When I was in the real world, I worked out every single night at 3 o'clock in the morning because I wanted to wait till everyone was asleep. I worked out from 3 a.m. to 5 p.m. I mean, 3 a.m. to 5 a.m. And I mean, as long as you're eating, you can work out.
This question, it's not too specific as to what do you recommend. So I don't know if she's talking about weights or diet. So, I mean, as far as diet goes, like just what you said, I think you should just, when you wake up, start eating, do your diet the right way. As far as times for working out, whenever you feel like your body feels best, try working out during different times throughout the day. Try the morning, try the afternoon, try the evening sometimes. See what works best for you, and really, it may just be the food that you had the day before. Sometimes it's hard to tell and stuff like that. But what I would recommend, if you don't have a gym that you can get to, and you're working the third shift, just figure out what to do with body weight. Because I think if you just look at the videos, you can use the body weight routines, and they'll be effective if you can't get to a gym.
Excellent. I agree. Next question was actually from someone on YouTube, shahcolateTHUNDER, and they ask, is it okay to wear paper bags to lose weight? I notice wrestlers do this all the time. Sean, is it okay to wear paper bags while wanting to lose weight?
I know, for one, when I wear paper bags, when I'm trying to lose weight, they tend to get all like sticky and rip off my body. No, but really, I think
he usually wears it over his head.
Yeah, it works best for me for some reason.
Cuts little eye holes out.
But that's my daily. So I think what they meant to say, I think what shahcolateTHUNDER meant to say was plastic bags. When people, I'm sure you've seen plastic bags before.
Oh yes.
I've seen people wear plastic bags before. I don't say anything to people wearing plastic bags.
They won't listen.
Well, I mean, I like to point and laugh a little bit. I mean, I hate to say it, but I like to point and laugh a little bit before I even acknowledge their existence and them wearing the plastic bag on their body. But yeah,
all you're doing is dehydrating yourself. Sweat is not fat. When you sweat, it's not like fat is leaving your body. I was a wrestler for about 8 years, and I don't think it's the right thing to do, but the reason why a wrestler's doing it is because they want to suck weight. Like, they'll spit. Like, don't do this. This is really unhealthy. A lot of wrestlers end up in the hospital and have like all kinds of problems with their body from doing all this losing weight. Like, I had wrestlers on my team that would lose, like, they're already like 6% body fat, and they'd have to lose like 15 pounds in like 2 days, and they would do it because they would like spit in bottles and they'd wear plastic bags. Basically, it'd suck all, your body's 80% water, suck all the water out of your body, and then they go on, to wrestle, and they're like crypt keeper looking because they have no water in their body. So that's why you'll see them wear paper bags. People wear plastic bags. People wear plastic bags in the gym because they assume that if they're sweating more, they're losing more weight. You're just losing water weight. It's pointless because as soon as you drink water, you're going to gain that weight back. There's no point to doing it. It can be very dangerous. And you're trying to lose fat, nation, not water. So if you wear a plastic bag and then you have a Scar Herman Fitness t-shirt over that plastic bag, I will slap you in the head.
Whoa. That was quite the slap.
Yeah, that's how I feel about it. So it's very unhealthy, guys. Stay away from that. Proper eating, stay hydrated, and if you're trying to lose weight, circuit train.
I think the question's funny because it says, is it okay? Okay is a relative term. If you are okay...
Good question, though.
Are you okay with, losing a bunch of weight and feeling like crap afterwards? I like losing weight and feel good.
You guys want to lose weight and feel good.
But wrestlers do that to lose weight. They're athletes. I mean, if you're thinking about doing wrestling and doing it professionally, maybe. Well, I'll say it's all right because it's your career and you're making a lot of money off of it, potentially. But in general, I would try to stay away from that and just try to do things the right way. Yeah,
like there's like tricks that people do. Like when you get ready for a bodybuilding show, like the carb depletion process and all that stuff, like isn't necessarily the healthiest thing to do. If I don't eat enough carbs in a day, I get very ill-tempered, so it wouldn't be healthy for me to do that. But like it's just all part of the game. But for the regular, John Smith going to the gym, you do not need a plastic bag. Next question. You want to read that one?
Nez Guevara.
Dude, Mohamed.
Oh, Mohamed's the next one.
Mohamed.
Please, in the next episode, discuss the issue of natural bodybuilding limit, because I heard that when you start bodybuilding completely natural without steroids or supplements, you will reach a limit of muscles and then you will never gain muscle without steroids. Please show us if there is limits, right or false?
Steroids, reach a limit of muscle,
yeah,
then you never gain a muscle. Okay. For my body, I could probably get around 180, 185 if I decided to not stay as lean. And I know that would be my body's limit. The way I eat is to stay lean and obviously, stay strong and to stay healthy. I'm not like starving myself or anything like that. Because I can either have the bulkier look or the ripped look. I prefer to have the ripped look. But I mean, obviously, if you're injecting yourself with a foreign substance such as steroids, you're gonna gain a lot more muscle. Most people who take steroids, they can just go to the gym and barely do anything, and they'll start to gain muscle because that's what the steroid's doing. It's help promoting muscle growth. I mean, I don't recommend that. I would never want any of you guys to take steroids because it's not healthy for your body. It's just not something that you want to do. It gives a false sense of accomplishment. And it's hard for people who do take steroids to get off of it because once they get off, they don't feel as strong, they don't feel as powerful, and they feel like they always need it. If you take it the wrong way, it can cause your body to stop producing testosterone naturally. Then you have to take all these other drugs, get your body to start producing testosterone because your balls shrank and they're not doing anything anymore. They're just useless sack hanging off of between your legs. You don't want that problem, guys.
I don't want that problem.
Sean doesn't want that. I don't want that problem. I'm sure all the male Hermanites out there don't want that problem. Or the female Hermanites, what their boyfriends don't have that problem. It's just not a good thing. But there's definitely a limit. Like these natural bodybuilding contests. Yeah, they're natural, but there's still people who sneak in there who are on roids, and for someone like myself or Sean, we can tell instantly that someone's on roids. There's certain things you look for. When you take in steroids, like your internal organs will grow. So like you'll have abs, but your stomach will kind of like stick out like you're fat because it's put all your intestines and all your muscles are growing and pushing things forward. It's not pretty. So what do you want?
Well, I mean, I definitely think everyone has a limit at some point. I mean, everyone has a potential. That's why there's such word called potential and human potential. I've read things personally. I mean, I've seen people who, I mean, you're not around people 24 hours a day, so you really don't know what everyone's doing at all times. But I've seen people naturally get really big. I've seen people naturally, weigh 240.
Oh yeah.
And that's lean for them, and they can get up to 280, and that's still natural now. 290, 300 pounds if they really have like 4, 5, 6, 7,000 calories in their diet. I mean, Michael Phelps was eating 10,000 calories a day when he was going into the Olympics. I mean, he was burning that off, but if you don't burn that off, you can gain a lot of size. And if you do it the right way and you're working out and using that the right way, you can get really big. So don't be fooled into thinking steroids is the only way you can get really big and really jacked and a lot of muscle, because people can do it naturally. I've at least read of ectomorphs who weighed 150 pounds in high school and who now weigh 280 pounds.
Yeah.
280 pounds. Just through you change the way your body works. You change your metabolism. You slow down your metabolism. You let your stomach grow by eating more and filling it up. I'm not saying that's what you should do, but that's what you can do in order to change your metabolism.
It all comes down to hard work, guys. If there's a goal you want to hit, if you push hard enough, you will hit that goal. Granted, if you're 5'10" and want to be 6'4", that's not going to happen.
Get leg extensions.
Yeah, unless you get leg extensions. But
middle legs.
Grow naturally, because when you grow naturally, if you don't hit the gym as hard for a couple weeks or take some time off, even if you get injured, if you stay natural, you will maintain that look. You might feel different on the inside. You won't feel as tight, but for the most part, you'll look the same as long as you're eating properly. So, if you want to grow, eat more food. If you want to maintain, figure out how your body works so you can maintain. If you want to, tone down, then same thing. Figure out how much you have to eat to tone down.
Let's see if I can get the right one this time.
Yeah.
Nez Guevara. Hi Scott, do you recommend working out when you are slowly recovering from illness? Example, flu or cold. When is the best time to start heading back to the gym from your personal perspective? So in your perspective, what do you think about
recovering
from a sickness? working?
I haven't been sick for a very long time, but if I don't feel like, if I feel like just off or I'm not feeling 100%, I find that in my experience, if I go to the gym and I get the blood flowing, I'm bringing more nutrients and oxygen and all kinds of stuff, I'm making it travel through my body, it makes me feel better, you know, and I think it's more of a mental thing too for me, because mentally I'm telling myself that I'm powerful, I'm strong, I can overcome anything, you know, I'm not sick, you know, it's all in your head, it's
He's superhuman. He's
superhuman. I mean, I don't drink or anything like that. Like, I've only been drunk once in my life, and I'll bring up the story, yeah. I don't drink. My friends begged and pleaded that...
I got him really drunk.
You were there, right?
Yeah, I got you really drunk. That was me, pretty much.
Yeah, no, actually, it was you. My friends begged and pleaded with me that I would...
give you a few shots.
No, I'll explain that. When I graduated college... You know, I don't drink, I don't give in to peer pressure. You couldn't convince me to drink alcohol when I was 12. I'd give you the finger and say, leave me alone. My friends just wanted me to experience, you know, having drinks with them, like for one night when I graduated college. So we had a party for my college graduation. I said, fine, this is the only time that I'll ever let myself, you know, get like that. And getting drunk isn't a bad thing as long as you're responsible. I don't like to drink. I'm not against people who do like to.
This guy doesn't know how much you should drink.
Whatever. Anyways, so they basically gave me enough alcohol to kill a small rhinoceros.
That much.
I'm not going to say everything, but yes, it was. And you were making drinks wrong and putting more alcohol in them. Regardless, I woke up the next day extremely hungover, extremely sick. Like,
Do you remember that night?
Oh, I remember everything. And so I couldn't even lift my head up to like... And the reason I'm telling you the story is a point. I couldn't even lift my head up because I would get dizzy and fall over. But in my head, like I say to myself, I am Scott Herman. I don't get sick. I don't get hungover. Nothing stops me from doing whatever I want to do. I'm going to go to the gym. And it was Saturday night was a party. By 5 o'clock on Sunday, I was in my car driving to the gym saying, I'm going to get this done. It took me, I was like on my hands and knees in the bathtub, like letting water pour over me, just slowly like bringing myself up so I could stand up straight. And I think what it all comes down to, the point of the story, is it's willpower. You know, if you're sick, you can either stay there and be sick and be in that negative energy of being sick, or you can push yourself to want to get out of that mode of being sick and to wanting to feel better, because the power of positive thinking is a magical thing. If you think positive and you think how you want to feel, that's how you're going to feel. You know, I made it to the gym at 5 o'clock because I said, I'm going to make it to the gym at 5 o'clock today. And that's my story. Sean?
That's his story. That's Scott's personal feedback on getting sick. You know, he really doesn't, I never see him sick at all. It's, you know, just the neti pot thing, that's all.
Yeah.
That's different.
The neti pot's not different. That's for allergies.
Yeah, that's not sickness.
That was the 5th question. So those questions are all good questions, and we have more. If you guys want to ask your own personal questions, I created a new email account. I'm going to have a spot for it on the Scott Herman Fitness website. I'm rebuilding the site right now. If you email questions@scotthermanfitness.com, and guys, think of questions that haven't been answered. If you have a question, first do a YouTube search in my videos, because it's most likely I've answered it if it's something kind of common. Check that first, but for specific questions that you guys want to ask, questions@scotthermanfitness.com. And make sure you guys check out Sean's site. I posted the link here a little earlier. I don't know if you guys saw it. The Boom Athletics website. Sean has some good stuff on there. He's going to have for you guys. And yeah, you know, it's my pleasure to answer your questions.
It was good, guys. I love doing this. This is always fun. I like answering the questions and having the feedback with you guys. You guys love the workouts, so I like it. Keep it up, guys.
All right, guys. We'll see you later. And as always, more good stuff coming soon. Later, guys.